All right, so we're back for another episode of Discovering Shark Week, episode 3, Sharknado. All hell no.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling.
So we'll start off we'll pick our character, and so this time we're doing implied death. So like if they don't die, but like a bunch of sharks are surrounding him, and then we never go back, we're just gonna imply that they probably died.
Okay.
Because I would have got that point last time. I'll let you go first. Who are you picking?
No, I went first last time.
Did you?
Yeah. You go first.
Alright. So... Oh, Jerry Springer's in this. I guarantee he's gonna have... He'll probably have a one-off. Like, he'll be like, oh, sharks. You're dating a shark? Yeah. And we'll go, woo, yay, boo, king die, boo. I'm stalling for time because I didn't. I want to go with one of the racers because I know who they are, so I'll be able to pick them out if they show up. But I'm thinking it's just gonna be like that baseball guy yesterday.
Yeah, just a cameo appearance.
Yeah, because you got screwed over with that one. Kurt Angle was like just a cameo.
I mean, Kurt Angle did a thing. He was more than a cameo. He wasn't playing Kurt Angle.
True.
Well,
true.
Unlike Jared, who was playing Jared.
Yeah, true. I'll go. I'm gonna go with Frankie Muniz.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking he's gonna have some like outburst. He's gonna be like, "Fuck this, fuck that, something," and then the shark's gonna eat him.
Is that what Frankie Muniz does these days?
Well, I'm not 100% sure. I think like one day he like had a mental breakdown or something, or he played a character that was like outburst. I don't remember. This is a while ago.
The last thing I can remember Frankie Muniz doing was somebody called him out for being in Malcolm in the Middle, and he's like, "Guess who can retire at fucking 25? It's not you."
Oh, maybe that's what it was. Maybe he had the Twitter burns where he's like,
yeah, that might have been.
"Hey, go ahead. You can call me fucking shit all you want. I can retire tomorrow." But I know he wants to be a race car driver, so he's probably gonna be somewhere in the. I think as of this year, I heard somebody talking about he was gonna be in NASCAR. Which would be crazy.
Okay. So you think he's going to get run over by a shark driving a car?
That'd be funny. I'm not going to go that far. I don't think Sharknado's that dumb to have a shark. Who knows?
So how do you think he's going to die?
I told you. He's going to have an outburst.
Oh, okay. Right.
James like... So who'd you pick?
I'm going with Hasselhoff.
Hasselhoff? Okay.
I imagine he's going to be showboating, possibly on a boat. He's going to get Baywatched.
Yeah.
Run slow motion on the beach and get eaten.
I'm thinking yours is probably closer.
But I mean, I don't know who he's playing, because if he's playing...
He's probably playing David Hasselhoff. I guarantee you,
if
he's a lifeguard. I guarantee you he's going to be a lifeguard.
I mean, he's got a character name, so...
Alright, well, we'll see you in like... a long-ass hour and 50 minutes, or however long this movie is.
It was like 93.
Yeah.
I looked at the back. So I wanted to know how long we were suffering. This is the longest one.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
There's all...
And then the next one's like 89.
But, I should say, you know who's also in here? Christopher Judge. You know who that is?
Yeah, Kratos?
Boy.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll see you.
Boy.
We'll see
Go
you.
here, boy. Alright, so Finn goes to Washington, D.C. Wow, I just had my moment with their acting. To get his Medal of Freedom, or whatever the fuck medal he gets. Washington, D.C. gets destroyed. America doesn't care. And then they go to Orlando.
They go to Universal
in Orlando. And then Finn's in Washington. Tara Reid's in Orlando. She's like, hey, you coming here? He's like, yeah. He drives. Gets somehow swept up in a storm.
He meets up with the girl from the
Nova
bartender from the first one.
And Nova comes back. The bridge is broke, so they had to take a plane. They take a plane over.
Yeah, they steal a plane from the army base before it gets destroyed.
Then they figure out that this is going to be a worse than ever storm. Al Roker tells them it's going to be
it's a wall of Sharknadoes.
And then they go to NASA. They go into space. They blow up space. They have a space laser.
They blow up space.
They have a space laser. They shoot down. Voila, movie over.
Yeah, it was really good. Also, his wife was pregnant, and during re-entry, she was inside a shark and gave birth to the baby.
Yeah, this movie was really fucking stupid. Like you said something about like, oh, I wonder if NASA watches this and goes, wow, this stuff ain't happening.
My personal favorite was I looked over at you when they were gearing up to go to NASA. I'm like, hey, remember in Fast and Furious 9 when they went to space and that was somehow more believable than
Right?
this?
Right?
And then about 15 minutes later, I look over, I'm like, remember when we watched Moonfall and that was somehow more believable than this?
Yeah. The story, I don't want to say it's getting better, but it's getting more. It actually feels more like a movie, unlike the first two. Well, the second one was better than the first one.
Sure.
But it's like, okay, at least we're getting out of the, oh, look in the distance, people are just walking. But still, I mean, Orlando just had a shark. Somebody got bit by a shark, and then
yeah, nobody seemed to care.
it's like, yeah, we're just like, oh, whatever. Washington D.C. just got leveled.
Yeah.
Everybody's just walking around like,
Whatever. Frankie Muniz died, so you get a point.
I was gonna, yeah. And Jay's like, yeah, fuck you. That's a, yeah, that was,
David Hasselhoff did not die, and I can't really imply that he did die because there was a space lander behind him.
He'll die, he just won't die to a shark, unless a shark somehow gets in space.
I mean, they were in space.
They were in space, but it had all, okay, first of all, let me just say, they had all set up for David Hasselhoff to come back down into space, because they're like, oh, we had to choose between you, David, or going back with our shuttle. We can't do both. We have to do one. And then sharks come up, they attack, and then the ship, it breaks. So then the guy is in a shark. Finn is in a shark all the way down, back in orbit, doesn't burn up, and then somehow, Tara Reid gives birth in a shark. She comes out with her underwear still on, which first of all is like,
not even just underwear. She has the spacesuit still on.
Yeah, it's like, how? Like, I don't know.
To be fair, this is also the movie with a laser chainsaw.
True. Oh, but I'll get back to it. But I thought for sure that the ship was gonna somehow be, float right over to David Hasselhoff, and then David Hasselhoff was gonna come out and be like, do his like trademark beach. Baywatch thing where he's just like do. But no, they didn't do that. They were like, nope, he's gonna die in space.
Vaguely.
And then he
could come back.
There's another scene where like Nova and Finn are in the plane. They get hit by a shark. They land in the water, and then they come out and they're both in their underwear. I made the joke to Jacob. I said, I bet you that girl Nova hated, or when she got the contract, they're like, hey, you want to be like tits and ass in our movie? And she's like, no, I'm not doing that. And then she didn't want to come back, so she left because she wasn't in number 2. And then number 2 must have blew up, and her agent's like, hey, they got a shit ton of money over there. And then Nova's like, or whatever her real name is, comes back. They're like, hey, can I be in this? And like, yeah, you can be in it. You're gonna be tits and ass though, because every shot that she's in, ass first, and then that whole just coming out of the water. I mean, Finn's like covered, like there's like trees and stuff blocking him. You can still see it if you really squint. But like hers is just like right there, like, yeah, you fucking know it, Nova. You're here for the goddamn money, and you're gonna fucking understand that we got shark money right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Frankie dies, but he wasn't crazy. So I didn't get that point.
His plan was brilliant. It was run back to the RV and then explode.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the plan was if he still had all his limbs.
I think he was going to the turret gun. And then I think once he lost all his limbs, he's like, well, we're going to have to blow up the RV. But yeah, it was really dumb.
Yeah, no, this whole movie was really dumb. I'm kind of numb now.
I'll be interested to see if Mark Cuban's in the next one. I'm pretty sure Ann Coulter ain't going in the next one.
I mean, that's what you said about the other guy on...
The mayor can't... Oh, I'll give her props. There is, funny enough, some continuity to the movies. Like, I don't know.
Wow, they got the same actor twice. Man, holy crap, they're paying attention.
Well, just like the mayor was such a throwaway character in the number 2, and he's there. He's like, "Hey, I'm the mayor. By the way, we got a chainsaw," and then he dies, so he's not coming back. But
did he die?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they basically killed everybody off in Washington.
Oh.
Besides, and then Mark, I don't know. My theories for the next one is that Mark McGrath is going to be the lead. Because I vaguely remember somebody saying that he's like the lead in one of the shark movies.
I mean, he didn't get any screen time in this, so I could see him wanting screen time in the next one.
Because I'm thinking that number 4 is going to be his journey, because he was in the very beginning of the Sharknado, or of the movie, and then he just like disappears.
Yeah.
But
yeah. It's fine. It's whatever.
No, we gotta figure this out. If we're gonna watch these fucking movies, I gotta have my theories so I can be proven wrong when they fucking do something completely oblivious in the next one. I didn't recognize any shark movies in this one that they may ripped off, besides what you said about Moonfall and Fast and Furious, but you know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything. I mean, the one scene with Jerry Springer, I feel like that was probably in something.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that might.
I'm sure there's another shot like that.
Yeah, so Jacob's like, wait a minute. So was that shark alive the whole time, and it just finally came?
Yeah, no, it was great.
Because it was a shark hanging. I think it's the classic shark hanging upside down in Orlando Universal, and
everybody's taking their picture with it, and then Jerry Springer runs up there. I want to take a picture with it, and then just eats them.
Yeah.
So it's like, was that a real shark the whole time?
The other thing to say too. So the daughter, I think, was replaced. Finn's daughter, I think, got recasted, and so she's hanging out with her friend, and then they run into these 2 kids, and this kid's like, "Hey, I'm gonna have to report you," and the kid's like, his friend's like, "Let's get the fuck out of here." And James like, well, what kind of fucking what kind of pickup line was that?
Yeah, because he's like, we're gonna have to take you in. I'm like, you didn't even get to do the actual pickup line, which is explaining to why you're taking them in. You just kind of ran away, and then you're like, no, I was an alligator Armageddon.
So
and then
he says clap.
You guys couldn't see that, but yeah, I know he's doing.
Oh, they felt it. They heard everything.
And then he comes back. He's like, "Yeah, I said some things I shouldn't have said. Hey, you want to go make out?" And like that worked.
Yeah, and then they, both the friend girl and the boyfriend. Yeah. You know how people make it awkward when they go, "No, it's just a girl and a friend." Oh, so it's a girlfriend. And it's like, no, it's a girl and a friend. So that was his boy.
I don't even know if this boy was a friend. He just sort of like latched onto the family and just
no. So no, that's what I was gonna get. I was saying the boy and the friend. So the girl and her friend died, and the boy and his friend died. I think, I don't know. I didn't see him die. But anyway, so the kid just kind of just follows them to NASA.
Yeah, he just sort of latches on. He's like, I'm part of this group now.
And then he has a moment where he's like, "Oh my God, how are you so good?" And she's like, "I'm a shepherd." And then he dies because he's not a shepherd.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just kind of like...
And nothing of value is lost.
And then they have like neon chainsaw. That's...
Yeah, the laser chainsaw.
The laser chainsaw, yeah. So that was our review of Sharknado.
It wasn't a review, it was just we talked about it.
I don't know if I said it on film last week or yesterday or off film, but I love just doing the half-ass, they did this to this to this, and it's like...
That was the plot of the movie, man.
It's so much better than having to go, yeah, and then because I don't think, I mean, it would be so fucking long of just like, yeah, and they do this, and it's like, oh.
And then they fought a shark at this location, and then they moved to the next parking lot, and they fought another.
No, you just reminded me. There's a black guy, and he gets knocked down. He's National Guard, and he gets knocked down, and then Nova comes up, and she's like, oh, he's like, is that a mascara? Is that mascara?
This is no time for makeup.
And she's like, I know. And she shoots a shark, and she's like, it's like a 20 cal, whatever, something. And he's like, oh, damn. So the whole time we're just like...
He's just, dang, the sharks got past me. I made the declaration, no sharks getting past me. They got past me.
Oh, so the other thing I'll say, the ending thing, this is like the movie that gave up the weird conspiracy about Jewish space lasers and nuking the hurricanes. So you can thank Sharknado for.
Yeah.
So that's where we're ending it.
All right.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know, right?